Hey guys, this is Zach with Zenlo Lending. I wanted to reach out today as a fellow real estate agent. I'm a licensed agent. I've been a licensed agent for about 10 years in Utah and California, but the last several years in Utah. I'm also a mortgage company owner. I own a mortgage brokerage, so I've been in the lending business for about 25 years. So I'm reaching out to you today. I think it's really important for agents to be able to work in a dual capacity in a state that allows you to do so. Even if your state does not allow you to work in a dual capacity on the same transaction, the lifetime value of your real estate client. So I'll give you an example of a buyer here in a little bit, but that lifetime value is immense. Some real estate agents who work with my brokerage who've obtained their mortgage license. So number one, one of the reasons obviously you want to do this is to add more income. So I will walk you through that and explain how that's going to work for you. A couple other reasons why you would want to get a mortgage license in addition to your real estate practice is to grow your database. So you talk to a lot of people. The job of an agent is to find out who's in the market, add those people to your database, and then drip market on them. Call them, invite them to events. Well, some people are not in the market. They're not going to be in the market, but you could tell them, hey, I also have a mortgage license and I'd like to work with you if you need home financing. And that's a very easy conversation to have because they just let you down to let you know, I'm not in the market. I don't plan to be in the market. I don't necessarily want you to bother me about real estate, but oh, you do mortgages? Okay, great. Yeah, here's my information. Let me know if I have opportunities in the future to refinance. So that's a very easy conversation to add people to your database to help grow your database. And by the way, you don't know, maybe 3-4 years down the road, they're going to look to buy a home or buy an investment property. And if you're the person that's been dripping on them the whole time, they're going to think of you. Another reason to add a mortgage license and add mortgage revenue to your business is retention, customer retention. So the insurance companies have figured this out. They know that if they work with a client and they handle one line of business, meaning auto. So if they're a big insurance company and they handle your auto for you, their retention, or the retention for handling one line of business is typically 50%. So I know this because I used to own an insurance agency in the past with a partner. We sold it, but when we were running that business, we knew that if we had an auto policy, we only retained about 50% of those customers. If we added auto and home, so we have two lines of business, our retention shot to 90%. That's pretty standard in the industry. If you're handling real estate and you're also able to work with a client on their home loans, then you're their person. So when they think of anything housing related, mortgage related, you're the person they're going to go to. So I know in my business, it's helped me retain customers. So let's talk a little bit about the income that can be generated and the lifetime value of that customer. So let's say you work in Utah. So I'm in Utah, and let's say you're an agent, and in Utah, you cannot work in a dual capacity. So I cannot be the real estate agent and the loan officer in the same transaction. So let's say I work with a buyer and I help that buyer buy a home. And whatever my commission is, let's say it's $400,000 house. Let's say they finance $350,000, and my commission is 2.5%, so 10 grand. So I generated 10 grand from that client. As an agent, I'm not going to have a financial relationship with that client, meaning there's no other than their referrals and other than them buying a home down the road. Let's say they never buy a home again. Our financial relationship may stop. We're still going to invite them to events and still have a personal relationship with them, but there's no income being generated from that relationship. Well, if you have a mortgage license and you're able to keep them updated, the average consumer will obtain 11 mortgages in their lifetime. So that income stream, you're just handing off to your lender. Now, I know you're an agent, you like your lender, they take you out to lunch, but you're literally putting their kids through college, funding their retirement with all the mortgage revenue that's being generated downstream. So if you are, say, in Utah or in a state that does not allow you to act in dual capacity, it would still be wise to get your mortgage license because all that downstream income can be captured by you. So let me give you an example. We have an agent that works in our brokerage, and he helped a buyer buy a home. This is an extreme example, but it's kind of a fun one. So this buyer was a VA buyer. He was a doctor, and he bought a $2 million home, and he financed 1.5 of that $2 million home. And then over time, that home value went up, and he refinanced. And so when he came back to our brokerage to refinance, he was tagged in our system as a client of a particular agent, and that agent happened to be licensed as a mortgage loan originator. So that got routed to our processing staff, and it was earmarked as, you know, I'll call him Bob. Bob's client. So Bob had a client that is going to refinance, and so we contacted Bob. Said, "Hey, your client wants to refinance. Reach out to him. We have different tools to help the process. You don't have to be a mortgage expert. We have mortgage experts on staff. There's certain things that you do have to do to generate a commission. You have to have a discussion about rates. We have all online pricing. We'll show you how to do that." Anyway, you're not alone. You don't have to be an expert and learn a whole new business. But the point is, we rerouted that to Bob. He was able to originate the loan. That got routed to our processing staff, who processed it in a timely manner, and then a commission check was sent out to Bob. There was a commission generated, and on a $1.5 million transaction, that's a sizable commission. A few years later, rates continued to drop, and the client came back, and this time he said, "Oh, I want to take some cash out because rates are so low." Obviously, this was back in like 2018, but there was another loan generated, and then he came back a third time in 2020 to lower his rate again. So after the initial transaction, there were 3 mortgage transactions that the agent captured income on because he happened to be a mortgage loan originator. He was aligned with Zenlo Lending. We taught him what to do, the things that he had to do to generate a commission. Our back-end processing staff, they're all experts at home loans. And so, long story short, it generated about another $40,000 in income for him. Obviously, that's an extreme example because it's a large loan amount. But on a lower scale, there was another client that the same agent helped. That particular buyer refinanced a few different times, and he also referred his friends and family to the agent, and all of a sudden there was 6 or 7 home loans done after the original purchase transaction. So as you can see, there is a lot of lifetime value for your customers on the mortgage side of the transaction. And again, you can either hand that over, give that up, give that away, fund everybody else's retirement and college education for their kids, or you can do it yourself. And so that's what we'd like to talk to you about. We'll walk you through exactly how we do that. You'll be enrolled in a 6-week training program. It's no cost for a 6-week training program to get you licensed and up to speed to know exactly what you need to do. And you'll also be introduced to the team that's behind you of home loan experts that will help you and your clients obtain extremely low interest rates. You really are helping your clients and you're helping yourself win financially. So give me a call, reach out, let's talk, and let's see if it's the right fit for you.